open questions from there. Coach?
First off, I want to just thank Syracuse University, our fans, alums, just everyone around that supports us, right? It means so much to come here and get a win, and I just feel that support all the time, so I'm so thankful for them. I want to thank us, Clemson, Coach Dabo, his staff, just the community here. We were welcomed with open arms coming in. I think he's a heck of a football coach. He does an amazing job. He's a guy that made me feel comfortable being myself, right? Feel comfortable just being me, and I appreciate what he does. I appreciate how he coaches the game and what he's done in this game for years and years. And so it's a big thing for me to have an opportunity to come out here and compete against, Coach Sweeney, and then for us to walk away with a win. I'm in awe still right now about being able to come out here to Clemson and do that. But hat goes off to him and his staff. First class, everything, first class. And Miss Sweeney, thanks for the thing that you sent to my wife. They're just first class people.
Questions? Early in the game, you had a couple gambles. You went for the onside kick, and then 4th and 3. Those seemed like they set the tone for the game. What about those decisions?
I think when you're playing a really good football team, you got to put it all out there. Right? You just got to go. You got to do everything you possibly can do to win. We were playing to win the game today. We weren't playing to try to stay in the game. We wanted to play the game to win the game. We felt like they're the best defense in the country. Their front seven was guaranteed the best in the country. So I said, if we go at them, let's just go play ball. Let's go at them, right? Let's see who we are. See what it's made about. See what we're about, right? We were working on just all things coaches usually say. I'm not worried about being ranked. I'm not worried. There's a lot of things I'm telling all my players that you guys deserve. So we worked for that, and we got a chance to go out and do it versus a really good team that I guarantee you within the next week you'll see it click, and they're gonna go run off about 8 straight. Right? They're just a really good. They're coached by great men and a good team. So I'm thankful that happened.
When did you decide you were going to onside kick?
Coach Brumfield put the onside in early in the week, and him and Coach Jacobs, Danny Mark, and Will Cole, they were all just saying, when do we want to do it, when we're going? I said, well, we'll just figure it out whenever we feel the time is right. And Coach Brumfield was ready to go for it. Coach Jacobs was like, hey, this is the time. Those dudes said it, and I was just like, all right, let's do it.
I imagine Ricky saw them sort of leave early on their kickoffs, and it was sort of like strategic. You saw weakness there?
I don't know. It was just something that we wanted to do, right? I can't tell you all my secrets. They ain't have secrets, right? But it was just something that we had. We just had to have the guts to do it when you're playing one of the better teams in the country.
The last 2 marquee games you've had, Tennessee and Miami, your team fell behind pretty big early. Today you jumped in front. What changed with that start?
Just trying. I think Coach Nixon and the offensive staff, Coach Johnson and Nuns and all those guys, they just, that was the emphasis all week in practice. And BJ Spiro and Lee, the coaches on our staff, right? They do a good job on offense and defense and being able to come out and stop and wanted to do things. And, the way football is nowadays, they were able to score early, right? Last couple of weeks we got down there, but we weren't able to capitalize. Today we were able to go and capitalize, so that was good, and that played in our favor today.
Coach, how did you feel Steve played, and can you
I
give us an update?
I feel Steve was amazing. It seems like he won't be here for a couple of weeks right now. I love Steve. I'm so thankful for all that he's done. Steve will always be the leader of our football team. We just got to support and rally behind him to make sure he's straight, right? I can't really talk too much about it because I'm not 100% sure yet. But I know, okay, Steve will probably possibly play next week, things of that nature. But he's fine, he's tough, right? That's our guy. But Ricky got in the game and he's able to play, so that was the point, getting 2 quarterbacks, right?
What did you tell him over there? Obviously,
that was personal. When I was talking to him over there. No, I don't want to share that. That was personal. I just told him that. I told him I love him though. Make sure he knew that, and make sure he knew that we'll be with him, and we're gonna stick with him all the way through it. That's what family does, right? And just make sure that. But outside of that, the rest that I talked about, I don't think that's for the country.
Are you thinking it's an ankle or an Achilles?
I'm not sure. I'd say that. I don't know what it is. Let's talk to this side. You guys asked a lot of questions.
Fran, what did you see from your team in terms of the toughness in the second half and sort of digging in on defense?
We just kept playing and kept playing. It's the way we practice, so it was pretty cool. I was happy to see them. Actually, happy to see them show what they do in practice, to be able to come out and do it in front of a crowd, especially this crowd, right? It was amazing out there today. I'm still happy that I had the opportunity to coach at Clemson, right? So it was good for our players to be able to do it.
What did you see from the tackling aspect? I feel like you guys
we got better tackling, then towards the end they started making some plays, but they got a lot of 5-stars, right? And the 5-stars make you miss. So it made us miss a few times, but we kept playing, kept competing. And we had one more point at the end of the game. So it helped us out.
We saw Devin Grant come in today, obviously after missing 2 games, 10 tackles. Can you speak to the impact he had on your team?
Devin Grant's a dog. Devin was really upset about his first game performance because he had got dehydrated and he was a little sick before we played. He damn near had the flu, but he still played with it. And then ended up hurting his ankle. So it was like everything goes. So he was still a little limping out there today, but Devin Grant's a dog, right? He was able to get back. I can't wait till he's 100% and you can see the real Devin Grant. But you start to see glimpses of it. Like every time there's big plays on the field, it's Devin Grant.
You guys made Cade Klubnik very uncomfortable today. Got in the backfield a lot. Do you feel like you're finally turning that corner on your pass rush?
We're just trying to play harder and harder every day. Cade's a good player, so I'm happy we're able to get close. I think we might have got to him once or twice. I mean, he's very elusive. He's a really good quarterback, so we tried as much as we could. But I think they're turning the corner. I think our defensive line is starting to run a little bit more. Coach E and Coach Nick, Coach Williams, they're doing a good job. So I mean, that's those guys on the defense, right? They're just getting better and better every week.
And the way you guys used Devin Grant today, it looked a little bit like Kyle Hamilton. He moved over all
I don't really study Kyle Hamilton's film and all. I just think that we played a lot of ball. I don't want to say all that people go look at Kyle Hamilton if it was the case. I mean, Devin Grant did a really good job. He had 10 tackles?
Yep,
10 tackles. I was so proud of him. Great job by Devin.
I know you continue to talk about wanting to kind of raise the standard of this program into a national program. Just what do you think today's win means toward that?
We just got to keep going. Thankful we got a chance to beat Clemson, a blue blood in college football, but we got a long way to go. We're very thankful, right? I'm just happy for the community. I can't wait to get back and see the community partying and having fun tonight. Like our college students on campus, they need to have fun tonight, right? The community itself, down the hill, up the hill, everybody. You go out all around there, it's going to be just like fun everywhere, right? I'm excited to go back and go out to eat. Hopefully I can eat somewhere free tonight. Tell me where to go, so I'll be excited about that.
The amount of two tight ends you used sort of early in the game and Chase Simmons on the opening drive, is that also part of setting the tone, or is that more you just thought you had an advantage?
That's just Jeff and them. They're really good offensive coaches, and they all understand and know what they want to do. So they work really hard on the offensive side. I stay out their way. Usually when I'm out their way, they do well. I was in the way when we played Tennessee, so it went like that, and I got out the way the last few weeks, and now it worked out this way. So they do a really good job on offense, all the coaches. They all work well together. Coach Thomas and Coach Mike Johnson do really well with our tight ends, so we're comfortable using them. Dan Bellari is probably one of the best tight ends in the country, top 5 at least, guaranteed. So you got to keep Dan on the field. And those other guys are really good. David Clement is actually coming on, and I mean he can really play, he can catch. You haven't got to see that version of David Clement yet, so we're thankful for both of those guys. And then we got young guys coming up in the tight end.
How did you keep your team focused during that long lightning delay at halftime, and what was the message coming out of the break?
We were just having a wrestling match. I was in there wrestling with them and stuff. I was calling different guys out at a time. I went 7-4 doing the radio. I was just calling different guys. I was wrestling. I got slammed, so I'm messing with you. We were just chilling. We were just in there just relaxing and chilling, just getting ready for the next week. So, yeah, just getting ready for when they say come out and play.
Was this the first time since week 1 that Jonte was fully healthy, and how important was he to the offense today?
I don't think he's fully healthy yet, but he's getting there. But I think he's 100% healthy mentally. His body still is catching up, but once his body catches it, you'll see him do different. We see him do stuff in practice that y'all haven't seen yet. So it's like, I can't wait until you see it.
Okay, 2 more for Coach?
There we go. You should have been said that. There we go.
What was the most challenging part about the delay? You go up 10
I don't think it was challenging. I got to be in the locker room with people at Clemson. So there was nothing really challenging about that. It was a blessing, right? When I walked around out there today, I was just like, man, thank you, God. I'm from Camden, New Jersey. Just my upbringing. Me and my wife, I was trying to walk with her, but she was somewhere. Like, look where we are. Right? Like, look at the opportunity that I have to coach a fine university, academically, athletics, what we can do. And I get a chance to do that. Like, God is amazing. So I just want to do it the right way, to be honest with you. It means a lot. Like, it almost makes you choke up a little bit because it's really a blessing.
Yeah, so you had a moment like to yourself pre-game just walking around.
I have moments all the time to myself. Yeah, I'm always praying and just thankful for all the things that are going on in life. Last question.
Can you speak about how well Cornell Perry has played these last 3 weeks and how important he's been to the back end of the secondary?
He's highly intelligent, works really hard in practice, but he works really hard in the classroom. He's an academic guy that plays football really well. So he's one of those guys that I'll be calling when I'm about 64 and I need you to go and talk to my son. My son needs a job doing this or that because he's going to be well off in life just because the way he does everything. I mean, his schedule looks better than mine. And I write my schedule every week. His schedule's detailed. He's locked in, man. Cornell, I'm proud of Cornell, honestly.
I imagine that's a great thing to have in the safety.
Oh, it's a great thing to have on anybody on the football team. Anything. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Y'all should come to Houston tonight. We're going to party. Be safe.